Hello, people. Welcome to the Husn of Husnuddin. I am Husnuddin, and this is my Husn. Okay. I don't know if I'm saying it correctly. I'm not a fluent Arabic speaker. I'm just learning it, and so if I didn't say my name properly, please tell me about it. Okay, let me know. So, welcome to my channel. This is my first video, and well, what is my channel about? What is this whole thing about? And I think this is well, basically about me and my realizations, right? My mind and how I see the world, kind of, with Hassan, the Hassan of Husnuddin. Yes, Hassan is a word in Arabic that means something like good, perfect, um, beautiful, right? Goes along the lines, okay. And so this is the beauty of life, I would say. This is the good side of life. This is the good side of YouTube. You found it, the good side of YouTube. I'm just a normal guy, a normal guy talking about stuff, talking about my vision of the world. And I think it's a very beautiful vision of the world, of life, the meaning of life, and the meaning of everything. And before I go on, I think it's only fair to say, who am I? Because I believe there's no objectivity when we talk about stuff like this, right? What is beautiful? What is. I mean, there is objectivity, but it depends on person, the person's point of view, right? Like in maths, when we say this is like this, is like that. Uh, this is the position of this thing. We use a coordinate system, right? We have the x-axis and the y-axis, and then we say this is the origin, right? And so compared to the origin, this thing is gonna be in this point, this, I don't know, shape is gonna, this part of this shape is gonna be in that place, and this other in that place, right? And so the problem when we talk about this stuff is that we don't have the point of view of the person that's talking, right? We have our own point of view. And if I take my own point of view into someone else's speech, then I might not get what they're saying, right? And so it's very important to know, who am I think. And I'm going to repeat this every other video. Maybe in all my videos, I'm going to repeat who am I very briefly. But so you know, to be fair, I'm going to tell you who am I. I am a Chilean, so I'm a Chilean man, okay? I live in Chile. I'm currently in Chile. I'm doing this YouTube channel in English because I thought about doing it in Spanish, but I think not many people will actually want to watch this in my country. And the people that will want to watch it are probably already English speakers. And so I'm just gonna do it in English, right? For the international community. I think what I have to say is valuable for many people across the world, especially the Western world, but also the non-Western world. Maybe, the global South, we could say, right? I mean, I guess Chile is part of the global South. Uh, but everyone, people from France, people from America, people from Morocco, people from Turkey, they can all take things from what I say, I think, right? And and before I go on, I want to say this is not like I'm a super sage or anything. No, it's just that I have a certain position, I think. I have a certain way of viewing stuff that is kind of special, I think. It's kind of unique, right? And it's not like I'm the only unique person. Everyone's unique. But the way I think it's kind of rare. And so the why I think it's so valuable for other people to listen to what I think and to know my world is because I think I can fit together uh, many things from many places. I think I can fit together many things from many places, and that allows me to get new perspectives. right? So that's important to my perspective. Uh, okay, so before I go on, I want to say that I'm just gonna talk about myself. I'm a male. I'm a Chilean male. I currently live in Santiago, Chile. I live in the capital city of my country. I am 29 years old. I am a psychologist. I'm a therapist. So if you're in America or some other European country, you're gonna think, "Wow, this guy's a psychologist. He has a PhD and stuff." No, I don't. I don't need those things in order to qualify as a psychologist in my country. I have a bachelor's degree, and I also have something equivalent to like a master's degree, right? And so I didn't study 9 years and then made like a super test or something. So don't get that idea from me. Actually, forget about the psychology thing. I'm a therapist, and I'm a thinker, and I'm a philosopher, you could say, and I'm also a teacher. Those are the main things I do in my life. Uh, a psychologist, because that's what I study, that's what I dedicate my life to. That's my profession. A philosopher, because I've always been a thoughtful person. I like to read, I like to talk to different people, I like to get to know different points of view and then put them together, compare them, clash them together, try to tie them together, etc., etc. Uh, Teacher part, I'm actually a teacher. I've been tutoring people from young adults to children for like 10 years now. And so I've been developing a very, I mean, I've been, because of that, I've been very interested in developing a way of uh, giving ideas to people that are very simple to understand, even if they're complex ideas. I mean, I do this so much, and to a point that's so simple that sometimes people get mad at me when I do it. They're like, "Do you think I'm an imbecile or something?" No, it's not. I think you're an imbecile. It's just I'm just trying to be as clear as one can be. I just say it in the most simple manner so everyone can understand it. So that's a way, a thing I do, and I love doing it. I love sharing stuff. I love illustrating my thoughts and the way I see the world. And with illustrating, I mean, of course, I'm not gonna make a drawing and show it to you. I mean, like I describe it in a way that in your mind you can kind of like shape it. That's what I try to do. So again, I was talking about the point of view. So before I go on with the point of view thing and who I am, please don't get me wrong. I don't think there's like multiple realities and stuff. I do think there is one ultimate reality. Okay? And but I also think there's many points of view. Okay? Uh, Once in college, one of my teachers said once, he said, it's not about relativism, it's about perspectivism, right? So it's not like this is relative. Like objectively, reality changes uh, depending on who's watching it. No, 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 no. It's just perspective changes. Reality is the same, just perspective changes, right? But there's a reality that might be closer to the actual reality. There is one, I believe. There is one actual reality. And so, an example to illustrate this thing is that if I have a piece of, let's say, pottery from an ancient time, okay, very ancient time, from a very ancient culture, and it's made in a very special way that is very hard to achieve now, same way, and it's authentic, If I bring that to a fleece market, people are going to be, "Whoa, what a nice clay pot," they're going to say. They're just going to pay me maybe $3 for it, maybe $10 for it, and that's it. That's the value of it. But if I bring it to a museum or to a very famous art collector, a very knowledgeable art collector, he's going to realize, wow, this is a very ancient piece. This is a very rare piece. They're going to pay maybe, I don't know, 100,000. Maybe they could pay something like that. So what is the real price? And the real price is the one put by the most knowledgeable, right? He knows this is very, so he has the right price. Even if everyone else would pay just $5, $10 tops, he knows more than those people. And so I am an after I truly believe that's the way things work. Uh, and I don't want to like, and so, well, my life, I've been reading a lot of stuff. I've read through college and through my life. I read many people, like philosophers like Descartes and Deleuze and Jacques Derrida and Heidegger and Husserl and Jean-Luc Nancy, many philosophers. Also on my own, I read other philosophers like Nietzsche. I was very fond of Nietzsche. I still kind of am very fond of him. And also then people like Dostoevsky, Tolstoy, people like Camus, people like Jean-Paul Sartre, people like Bourdieu, uh, and so I've had a very 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 existential life until very recently. I had a very long existential life, and now I'm a religious person, right? So I was always thinking about meaning and what is the meaning of the world, and what should we do with our lives, and what is right and what is wrong. Is there any right or wrong actually? And those kind of questions I asked myself. Now I'm a religious person, right? I mean, some of you already guessed, I'm a Muslim now. A Muslim, right? Muslim man. And so I think I have both things. I'm in a position that people usually are not. Like, I have a very strong, and I also know a lot of science. I know a lot of hard sciences. I know a lot about physics and mathematics especially, but also other sciences. I know a little bit about economics. I know a little bit about biology. I know a little bit about chemistry. So I have a very strong science curriculum, but I also have background, and I also have a very strong social sciences background. And now I'm a Muslim too. And so these three things together, I think not many people have them, right? Not many people have them. And so, yeah, that's the thing. Like I'm in a position where I think I can take things with more vision that normal people can. Even though I'm still very young, I can take things with more vision. And part of the reason why I'm making this channel is because I want to learn. I want to grow. So please, I mean, I've been thinking about doing this channel for a long time, but I have been postponing it because of fear about this thing backfiring on me, about showing my face and saying my thoughts, and then people being like, let's cancel this guy. He thinks, weirdly, or something like that. And I'm not talking about people that are against religion. I'm talking about people from the religion also. Like, I might find any like I might make enemies every single frontier, right? From the things I will say in these videos. And I want people that are watching me to understand, I'm not making this to argue with anyone. I'm not making this to ridicule anyone. I'm not making this to be disrespectful to anyone. I don't want to be any of those things. I don't want to do any of those things. And if I'm doing them, please, I'm gonna say I'm sorry uh, right now, and it's not my intention. And of and I actually made this channel because I knew, no matter how careful I am, no matter how gentle I am, people are gonna still feel attacked by what I say. People are gonna still reject what I think about certain things, and I can't help it. I mean, that's the way the world is. But I don't want to do it aggressively, and I want people, though, to those people that will find some things I say offensive and stuff, please let me know. If I say something that's offensive, please just share. Well, I think this is offensive, Husnuddin. I think this is offensive because A, B, and C, and I don't like it because, or maybe, well, you can talk about it, but I don't think you should talk about it this way, or you should be more careful with this kind of wording. I don't know. But I'm not trying to argue with anyone. I'm not trying to convince anyone. I'm just trying to share my life with other people, share my view with other people. I think that's about it. So, one of the main things you're going to learn in this channel, I think, is about many cultures, like cross culturing. Also, you could learn about very different theories of how the world functions, right? Ontology and epistemology. I'm not an expert in any of those things, but I know kind of like a little bit of many stuff, right? And some authors like Heidegger, I just read a third of one book. And so, of course, if I talk about Heidegger, and I will probably may talk about him, it's not going to be like I know everything about him and this is the way he thinks. No, this is what I know about him. And this is what I take from that, right? And even the thing that I take might not be like the full idea that he was putting into that text, right? Because I'm not Heidegger expert. I'm not an Islam expert either. I'm not a math expert either. But I know, I know enough, I think, to talk about it a little bit. And so that's what's the channel about. And so please join me in this journey. And I hope you love it as much as I do.